This is the book of Genesis, chapter 39. Now Joseph had been taken down to Egypt. Potiphar, an Egyptian, who was one of Pharaoh's officials, the captain of the guard, brought him to the Israelites who had taken him there. The Lord was with Joseph so that he prospered, and he lived in the house of the Egyptian master. When his master saw that the Lord was with him and that the Lord gave him success in everything he did, Joseph found favor in his eyes and became his attendant. Potiphar put him in charge of his house, and he entrusted to his care everything he owned. From the time he put him in charge of his household and of all that he owned, the Lord blessed the household of the Egyptian because of Joseph. The blessing of the Lord was on everything Potiphar had, both in the house and in the field. So Potiphar left everything he had in Joseph's care. With Joseph in charge, he did not concern himself with anything except for food he ate. Now Joseph was well built and handsome, and after a while his master's wife took notice of Joseph and said, "Come to bed with me." But he refused. "With me in charge," he told her, "my master does not concern himself with anything in the house. Everything he owns he has entrusted to my care. No one is greater in this house than I am. My master has withheld nothing from me except you, because you are his wife. How then could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God?" And though she spoke to Joseph day after day, he refused to go to bed with her and even be with her. So if you remember, Joseph was sold into slavery. His brothers kidnapped him instead of killing him and sent him into slavery. And the Pharaoh took kindly to Joseph, and he really liked him. So he basically gave him reign over all of his stuff, everything, his riches, his home, his clothes, his food, everything. The only thing he couldn't have was his wife, but the thing is, his wife wanted Joseph. The Pharaoh's wife is trying to seduce Joseph into sleeping with her, and he has explained to her time after time that he's not going to do it, and why. He said, "Not only that, but why would I sleep with you when you're literally the only thing your husband hasn't given to me? He's a good man." One day, he went into the house to attend to his duties, and none of the household servants was inside. She caught him by his cloak and said, "Come to bed with me." But he left his cloak in her hand and ran out of the house. When she saw that he had left his cloak in her hand and had run out of the house, she called her household servants. "Look," she said to them, "this Hebrew has brought to us to make sport of us. He came in here to sleep with me, but I screamed. When he heard me scream for help, he left his cloak beside me and ran out of the house." She kept his cloak beside her until his master came home. Then she told him the story. "The Hebrew slave you brought us came to me to make sport of me, but as soon as I screamed for help, he left his cloak beside me and ran out of the house." When his master heard the story, his wife told him, saying, "This is how your slave treated me." He burned with anger. Joseph's master took him and put him in prison, the place where the king's prisoners were confirmed. But while Joseph was there in the prison, the Lord was with him. He showed him kindness and granted him favor in the eyes of the prison warden. So the warden put Joseph in charge of all those held in the prison, and he was made responsible for all that was done there. The warden paid no attention to anything under Joseph's care, because the Lord was with Joseph and gave him success in whatever he did. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's not cool at all that his wife lied on him and took his clothes and said that, he tried to take advantage of her and was trying to sleep with her when it was actually the absolute opposite. But who's going to believe a servant over a queen? So, yeah, he got put in jail. And the warden of the jailhouse was like, bro, I think you're cool and you could totally run stuff here, do whatever you want, just take care of people and follow the rules. I'm gonna sit over here and do nothing. So he did all the work for the warden, who didn't have to worry about anything because Joseph was really a good guy and he was very trustworthy and he had the faith. So what I was saying is he has absolute favor of God. So no matter what he does in life, no matter where he ends up, even jail, he's always going to come out on top. So pretty cool. Join me for chapter 40 tomorrow. If you want to continue, you just follow along in your Bible, or you could just listen forever. You can find the episodes on YouTube at Jesus is a DJ. It's all one word. Have a great day.